everyone, it's Megan with the CraftyPlannerLovR here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, we are going to be planning for the month of August in my work planner. It's like a bittersweet thing that I'm pulling out my work planner because I don't want to go back to work, but I do. I need a paycheck, but I'm not ready for the summer to end. I'm kind of bored, so I'm glad summer is ending, but like at the same time, I don't know. I have a lot of feelings, and I'm sure you guys are just like, yes, I care so much about your feelings, but I'm serious, y'all. I'm ready to get back into this, and I'm very excited about it. It has been a couple of months since May, honestly. Well, middle of May, that I haven't been in this planner, and I am excited because this is my work planner. We're going to be bringing the videos for my work planner back into our lineup, and I'm excited. If you guys are interested in seeing how I set this up, you can check out the setup video. It will be linked at the end of this video in my work planner playlist, and also it will be linked up here in the cards so you guys can check that out. But this is a Practical Paper Company Faith layout. So the Faith layout looks like this, but I use it for work. I write down over here all of the important information that I need to remember for school. So what teacher I'm in, what teacher's class I'm in, what happened, if there were any issues. I will write all of that information down. This side here, I will write down the specifics. So I will write down, you know, if I was in a teacher's classroom all day, I'll write that down, and then if there were any specifics, I would put like an M over here and then write the specifics down, like if there was a student that gave me an issue, or if there was a student that was really great. I would write all that down because during the lunch period, I will be eating my food, but I will also be writing the note to the teacher saying, hey, this is what happened, this is all the things, so that way I have it at an easy glance. I do that because I need to keep it for my own notes, but I also want to make sure that I have that to look back on in case I'm back in that teacher's class again, so that I know what to expect. Last year, during the 2024-2025 school year, I was only in the school system for about 2 months. I started, well, 3 months, as you can see. I started in the middle of March as a substitute teacher, and about middle of April, I was doing a long-term sub. So I was subbing for a teacher long-term for the duration of May, and it was really fun. I'm really glad I was able to do it. So that is kind of what we're getting into, is we're getting into a new school year. I'm going to be starting completely brand new. So I have no idea what to expect. I don't even know if I'm going to be working in the month of August because it's the first few weeks of school. I don't know if anybody's going to be absent, but fingers crossed I will be working in the month of August. So I decided I was going to go ahead and set up my August calendar just to have it ready to go and prepared for the month. So this is what the calendar looks like. I actually had Practical Paper Company make the add the calendar layout to the Faith layout, and I wanted it in this size because this is easy to fit in my work bag, and I can just take it with me, and it's very compact. So that is what this is. I will leave Practical Paper Company's information in the description box below so you guys can check them out. I absolutely love them. I have their work planner, I have the lists and prompts planner, I've had multiple different social media planners, and I love their stuff. So highly recommend you guys check them out. But let's go through the materials real quick. We have some stickers from PlanningScribbleswithLetita. I was on her PR team and I never used these, but this is what those stickers look like that I'm going to be using for this month because it's still technically summer for the month of August. So I decided I was going to use these. And then I have this set of PET tape that I got from Temu. I'm actually going to not unspool this because I have it already cut out in 2 pieces. So this is everything that comes in the spool. as you can see, oh, if this will stop moving, that'd be great. There we go. As you can see, I kind of cut them out already. I have it in my reusable sticker book so that I can use the dolls because they're mainly like springy dolls. They're not really summertime. I guess a few of them are summertime, but I really just wanted the florals because I thought they would go well with the stickers. Now I lost them. There they are. So I thought that these florals here would go well with this because they're kind of like tropical. So we'll see. I might pull some of these as well, but I have the pet tapes set aside because I don't know, I just wanted to try it out. So let's go ahead and get started with this month. I'm also going to be using this grid washi. It's kind of got like a beach vibe to it. You guys have seen this washi that I've used it in a couple of other videos, but we're going to go ahead and begin by whiting out the days of the week because I like a Monday start. Nothing wrong with these, but I like my calendar to be Monday through Friday and then the weekend on the corner because I'm off on the weekends. Finally, I have a normal job where I'm off on the weekends. Alright, let's begin by adding the washi. Now, I can't really cover up any of the days specifically because I don't know if I am going to be working this month or not. And I need the first week of school to be empty and then the rest of the weeks following that because I don't know what's going to be happening. So my mom also works at the same school that I do. She is a paraprofessional. So I am employed by a third party. She is employed by the school district. So she goes back on Thursday. So this week, this video is coming up on Tuesday. So she goes back this week on Thursday. And she's very excited about it. She's not excited because, you know, obviously, but like she's excited to go back to work. Just like me, I think she's ready to, you know, start getting a paycheck. I should probably put the days of the week on here because that would be helpful, wouldn't it? I don't know which days of the week I want to use. Okay, I have realized that I have some days of the week from Hello Happiness Co. So we're going to be using these for the days of the week. So let me go ahead and put these down. Let me put down our dates and then we'll start with the deco because I should probably, you know, have everything set so I know what to cover up. Awesome. Okay, now we have that done and we can move on to the deco. So school starts here, which means from here down I need to have this area empty, but I can decorate from here up, which is good. So let's begin with adding this big deco to the page. Now we have to be careful because if I place this down and I try and move it again, it will tear. I think I'm going to change this up a little bit and we are going to put it here. And it covers up, you know, the 3rd and the 10th, but I don't really care because, you know, that's the weekend. I don't need to write anything down for this part. So I think what I'm going to do is take a piece of this sticker paper so that it has a seamless spot to lay on rather than, whoops, okay. I feel like that's probably good. We're going to hold off though. Let's do it right. Do want to have a little bit of room for that strip of washi, but I could put the washi up there. So let's put it here instead. Okay. Where's my whiteout? I've got to white out this line here. Awesome. Okay. That is perfect. Okay, there we are. And then we put Sunday back where she goes. And I'm going to put this strip of washi that we just pulled off right underneath. Well, that's not, we'll have to save this. Boop. So I need another strip right here. Sorry I keep turning it upside down, you guys. Well, if I can get this on correctly, it would be great. And then let's do it that way. Awesome. Okay, that looks better. And now we have our little sidebar done. And again, I'm not really worried about the fact that it covered up Sunday because it's the weekend. It's not a big deal. I don't need to worry about having that. We do have the same girl here, so we're not going to use that one. Let's put this girl admiring the ocean. We're going to put her right here. But I have to be extra careful because I'm going to cut out the little part where the washi would go. And then I'm going to white out the line here so that I can see exactly how much I need to white out. Now we need to put this girl, I think I'm going to stick her up at the top. I'm going to try and use as much of these as I can, because I really like these little scenes. I think they're so pretty. Put her here, like that. And then this girl in the sand, I think I want her right there on the 7th. Need to white any of this out? No, I do not. But I'm doing it anyway because it adds fun. Oops. That's fun. I'm excited to add all the florals because that's what we're waiting on, y'all. That's what we're trying to use, all the florals. Then I'm going to stick this last girl, because we can't use this one because it's the same one. She is going to go, maybe she should go right on the 9th, right? Because it's the weekend. Let's put her on the 16th. There we go. All right. That looks fun. Now let's add the florals, and then we'll add these extra pieces of deco. I'm not going to add those yet because it's not important. I want to add our florals. So, what should we start with? Let's start with this one. I have to be really careful with these because these rip super easily. I just have this on an extra piece of sticker paper just to make it easier for me to grab. And I think we're going to stick this one here. I'm not really worried about the lines because they kind of cover it up anyway. And then I think I want this one that I told you guys I ripped, see? I think I want this one to go right here. There we go. And it's kind of in the middle, but it's not super, there's still enough room for me to write. So it's not super distracting. Alrighty, I want this one. I'm going to cut it in half, which is probably a scary thing to do. I probably shouldn't, because I think I'm going to put this one right here. And then this one, kind of want it to go right here. But that's going to be too much, so we're going to put it up here instead. I'm going to try and move this so I can stick it on top. There we go. That looks fun. I like. Alright, let's add this white floral. I think I'm going to cut this one in half too. And I'm going to put it right here in the corner. Just like that. Oh, that does take up quite a bit of the 18th. So we're going to move it down a little bit so it's not taking up both days too much. There we go. That looks fun. I need something over here, but I don't want to do too much, you know what I mean? So we're going to stick it right here. And of course I've got to move the 8th because I didn't plan ahead. That's okay. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use this other large floral, but I do have these tiny pieces that I am going to use because they can add a little bit to our page as well. So I want some washi right here, because we're not going to need this week to worry about washi, or writing at least. Okay. And I'm going to put some, I really want to put some on the 15th. You know what, we're going to do it anyway, because why not? If I need the space, then I'll figure it out then. There. Because I wanted to use that extra piece too. That is awesome. Okay, and then I think this one will work really nicely right here. And maybe, maybe this one will go here. And this one we can put here with, we're going to use this one because this is pretty and I want to use it. I've got to scoot this over though, because I need to give myself room to write, and I keep telling myself I need to give myself room to write, and then I forget. And then, oh, fiddlesticks. There we go. That's what we want. That's perfect. And then a sandcastle we can put right here. And this shell, if it will come off, there we go. Where should we put this shell? I'm thinking up here. And I'm correct. We're going to put it up here. But I want to be able to have this. So I'm going to cut it out. And then the last little bit in this is this little inner tube, which I think I'm going to put right there. That looks good, I think. I think it looks nice. I do need to put the month on. That would probably be important. Look at that. It matches, and it brings out some of that blue too, so that's exactly what I wanted. I love this. I think this looks really cool. I'm really glad with how it turned out, and I think that there's plenty of room to write. Again, you know, because this part of the week, I love how I wanted this part of the week to be covered in stuff, and then I ended up covering a lot of this half of the week, or the month. But you know what? It's fine. I like how this turned out. I'm really glad that I used the pet tape, and I think that this is going to be perfect for me writing things down. I don't think we have any days that aren't going to be, you know, days off from school. I think that's in September, but I really like this. Alright everyone, that is it for this month in my work planner. If you like this video and you want to see more from me, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out the description box below. There's going to be a different playlist related to all of the categories of planning and crafting that I have, as well as the information for Planning Scribbles with Letitia. I will leave all of the information for Practical Paper Company in the description box as well. If you made it this far in the video, leave me a seashell emoji, and I hope you guys have a wonderful August. I hope you guys have a wonderful school year if you are starting. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was inspirational to you. And until next time, craft on. Bye guys.